Next on Worcester News Tonight, local carpenters gather in downtown Worcester, hosting a rally, claiming they've not been paid proper wages and overtime. Plus, an annual light display in central Massachusetts attracts thousands of visitors each year. We get a look at the decorations tonight. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. Local carpenters gather in downtown Worcester as they claim two workers were not paid the proper wages and overtime. Wednesday, Local 336 hosted a rally outside the project at 332 Main Street. Our Cam Jandro is down live from downtown. Cam?
Yeah, Anna, some local carpenters tell me that they live paycheck to paycheck, and that's a difficult thing as it is. And come the holiday season, things seem to get even more difficult, and that's why they were down here in downtown Worcester today protesting.
How the Grinch stole wages?
We are the carpenters, mighty carpenters.
Carpenters Local 336 protest in downtown Worcester Wednesday in response to alleged wage theft. Cesar Rijo is one of the carpenters working on a project at 332 Main Street. He says general contractor Delbrook JKS didn't pay him for all of his work.
I never received the actual pay stub. It was all cash. I wasn't paid my overtime, and that's why I'm here.
The group has also rallied in front of the apartments at 145 Front within the last year. They say wage theft in Worcester is nothing new.
We've seen the hire contractors who do this time and time again, and so it's no surprise. We feel like it's a business practice.
Business agent of Local 336, David Minasian, says the hope was to send a clear message about wage theft.
The Grinch stole Christmas. Someone else stole Cesar's paycheck. It's not right. It's not right, and I feel like everyone recognizes the Grinch. Not everyone recognizes what wage theft is, and so we're trying to connect those two ideas.
Now, Minasian says they have been in contact recently with Delbrook. We did reach out to Delbrook for a comment, but we did not hear back. Live in Worcester tonight, I'm Cam Jandro, Worcester News Tonight.
Two businesses and more than a dozen people are now without a home after an early morning fire in Worcester. Investigators say it appears the flame started at a nail salon and quickly spread throughout the building. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the latest on the investigation.
Fire investigators on scene at this commercial building in Worcester Wednesday morning after a 3-alarm fire caused extensive damage.
There was a lot of smoke and I could barely breathe.
The fire department says the fire started in the nail salon around 5 in the morning. The flames spread to adjacent businesses and apartments above it, forcing 17 residents out.
We just have to take sweaters and shoes and get out of the house.
Carmelo Colon owns Original Ink Tattoo and also lives upstairs. He says thankfully his business only suffered water damage.
This is just material stuff. This stuff could be replaced.
He's close with the nail salon's owners, saying they had just gotten all new equipment in the spring.
They try to make it more comfortable for the clients here. Just like myself, try to make it comfortable for everybody. That's all we try to do, just trying to survive.
His business has been there for 15 years and now he has to decide what to do.
Now it's just me fixing what I need to fix and just try to move on. If I stay, I stay. If I go, I go.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
A serious two-vehicle crash in Worcester shuts down an exit on 190 for a portion of this afternoon. One person had to be extracted from one of the vehicles. The crash on Ararat Street blocked traffic flow to Route 190. It happened around 1 p.m. this afternoon. Mass State Police, Worcester Police, and fire were on scene. It's unclear at this time how the crash happened. Overseeing the marijuana industry in Massachusetts, the Cannabis Control Commission is making Worcester its new home. The organization says the city's central location is ideal for their work. Our Chandler Walsh has the details.
The Cannabis Control Commission is coming to Worcester's Union Station. The state agency approved the 10-year lease this week. Commissioner Jennifer Flanagan expects to make the move by summer or fall of 2019.
It's certainly been a whirlwind of a year. We started off at Ashburton when the 5 commissioners were appointed. We then moved over down to Federal Street, and now we're moving to Worcester. So everyone is just sort of excited to get settled.
The space includes dozens of offices and workstations and 3 conference rooms. The commission says Union Station's central location was a big drawing factor.
We have inspectors that need to go across the state from the Berkshires down to the Cape, and I think it's just really easy access coming off 290 and 190 and then being able to get here from the Pike.
The Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce is working to fill retail space at Union Station. President Tim Murray says he's pleased the city is taking charge and hopes the Commission's move brings even more to the area.
I think it's a positive thing. Hopefully it's a trend of not just state agencies, but hopefully companies in Boston as they look to grow and expand, looking at Worcester as a high-quality, lower-cost alternative.
Flanagan says the spot has enough space for their many divisions and public meetings. She says the location benefits most and will help attract employees from across the state to join the commission.
We want to make sure that people who come from the western part of the state or the central part of the state want to be a part of this commission and not make it as much of an eastern organization as some other agencies are.
Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
The amount of drivers on the road over the next 2 weeks is predicted to be the most ever recorded. According to AAA, 112.5 million Americans will hit the road between December 22nd and January 1st. The number is up 4% from last year. AAA Massachusetts Director of Public and Legislative Affairs Mary McGuire says there are a few reasons for the increase this year.
Here in Massachusetts, certainly the economy is strong. We've got unemployment that's lower than even the national average, and so people have a little bit more wherewithal to travel, a little bit more disposable income. We also see gasoline prices really headed downward dramatically right now.
Global mobility analytics company INRIX predicts Wednesday to be the busiest day for travel. But McGuire says AAA expects the rest of the week to be extremely busy on the roadways as well.
Find out what the real-time traffic conditions are before you head out, and try to pace yourself and wait until there's less traffic to drive to your destination.
McGuire says they're also urging people to check their cars before heading out, including making sure windshield wipers work and checking tire traction. The Botanist on Pullman Street is set to open this Friday. The medical marijuana facility is opening shops across central Massachusetts with locations in Worcester, Leominster, and Shrewsbury. The Botanist's parent company, Acreage Holdings, is one of the largest cannabis companies in the nation. General Manager Chris Tolford says they applied for recreational license. The Botanist will open at 10 a.m. this Friday. The new PawSox Stadium in Worcester is now one step closer to reality. The City Council approved a plan to expand its downtown urban revitalization area to include properties needed for a new baseball stadium. After the state reviews the amendment, the city could negotiate with property owners. The PawSox are expected to play their first season in Worcester in 2021. An annual Christmas light display in Leicester is attracting large crowds this holiday season. For more than a decade, Denise and Scott Weichel have transformed their home into a winter wonderland. Their display includes thousands of lights and dozens of inflatable decorations, ranging from 2 feet to more than 15 feet high. This year, they became a legal 501c3 charity. While viewing all of the lights is free, they put out a donation box where all of the money they collect goes 100% to charity. They pay for the light bills and new displays themselves.
A lot of people going through a lot in this world, and if it makes them forget their problems for 15 minutes, it's well worth it. It's well worth it.
Just to hear the kids going around and laughing and, calling their mom, dad, look at this, look at that, and just having fun.
The Weichels expect to see more than 30,000 people this season alone. Their display runs through Christmas Day.